All right, happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this fine evening's Forex market check. Now, this will be pretty quick because I've charted most of this up earlier. So yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Okay, on gold, we're fairly bearish and we do have this range at the moment, but just based on how we're looking now, I feel like it's going to get invalidated pretty quickly. Not a whole lot that I really want to do. As I said, I've already charted this up earlier. The one thing that kind of catches my attention is this potential compression. Like that. Probably from like here. So yeah, quite a nice compression, so we can expect a pump. Just be aware, we can have like a first move, fake move, and then continuation down. Given the context is bullish on the higher time frame, I could see a first move, fake move down, and then we start coming up and continue that higher time frame, bullish sentiment. So I guess only time will really tell. But yeah, this is our compression range. We've respected demand here, and we have demand below. We have an Asia low as well. So yeah, we're kind of just in this ranging environment, I guess, if you want to call that. But my expectation is that this range doesn't become like, it's already way too far from distance between tap 1 and 2. By the time we come into this third tap POI, we're already probably gonna have to be like somewhere here. So we've kind of stretched that zone a bit too far between tap 1 and 2 and tap 3 and 4. Therefore, I'm already not really interested in this range as a whole anymore. I feel like we're going to continue going lower. We'll probably take out Asia low, and maybe we accumulate ever so slightly here, go back up for a distribution. Like, it's honestly, anything can happen. We're in a compression. Expect an explosion when we get close to the end of this compression. So yeah, let's just be patient, see what happens. I was monitoring this distribution, but I don't think it will play out. I feel like we're going to hit Asia low pretty soon and also mitigate this demand. So we'll see what happens there. In terms of silver, there is nothing I'm interested in. Contextually, we're bullish on the hourly, bearish on everything else. Not a whole lot to really do here. We've grabbed all this liquidity. Now we're probably going to go up and grab all this. So yeah, it's so far silver's just hunting one liquidity side to another, buy side to sell side to buy side. Let's see what happens. Don't think a whole lot will. And then oil's just slowly building demand, and it has switched to bullish on the hourly. I think our bullish break was around here. Yep, there was our bullish break here. And yeah, still bearish on the 4 hour, and I think we were still bullish on the daily. Yes, with our breaker structure here. So yeah, kind of just price kind of just doing its thing. I'm still looking to return into that demand POI, but ideally forming a nice return to zone, which I can then long. Don't necessarily need a local model, just because of a local model is obviously going to be better. It's obviously going to be more optimal, more confluence, but based on how this range has moved, I'm willing to take like a clean market structure break and then just go risk off as soon as I can and see if we can run this up. That is the plan here. Obviously, remember that we're still bullish on the daily, still bullish on the weekly, so we are allowed to come down and mitigate some of this demand. If we do grab this supply first, that would be optimal because it just eliminates one extra level. But ideally, we grab supply, but we leave the weekly open there, so that remains a good target. Then we do something like this, mitigate demand, slowly pull back up, then continue down to mitigate this main demand POI, and then break, and then go risk off pretty quickly. And yeah, and then let this run. So that would be the pre-planning here for oil, but let's see what happens. But yeah, from like a local standpoint at the moment, not a whole lot I'm too interested in. I will leave this as is. USD CAD, we have formed somewhat of a distribution. So far looks clean. I prefer a model 1 just because we kind of have left liquidity here from tap 2. So I would prefer a model 1, ignore like that drawing, model 1, big wick here and then pull back in, and then we can confidently break structure back down. That is what I do prefer here. So let's see if we get it. Only time will tell. But yeah, so far definitely do monitor USD CAD, and we are bearish on the low time frames, so it does favor this little distribution scalp here. And then USD CHF, not a whole lot going on. Still bearish across all POIs. So yeah, we'll just leave this as is. I will draw a little range in here. Don't really expect this to play out, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll have it here just in case. Asia low hasn't been grabbed. Yeah, look, if we can get a clean distribution here, I'll favor it, but I just don't know if we will. So I will leave this as is. AUD CAD. Monitoring this, not a whole lot has changed. This is fairly counter context because although the hourly is bullish, everything else is bearish. So yeah, we're gonna need to weak this. If we close above this, with this being the hourly high, if we get a closure above this, then obviously we expect to go higher. So just be mindful of that. And then yeah, obviously everything else is still bullish. So just have that in the back of your head. You're gonna need some clean market structure if you were to short this distribution. So we'll see what happens there. GBP AUD, same thing. We do have this distribution, but I can see quite soon this failing. Or not failing is in I don't think we'll come up and get this third tap. We're gonna, if we are to do this, we're gonna need the cleanest return to zone ever, just because of how low we've come in. We've probably even grabbed extreme liquidity. Yeah, we have. So yeah, just be mindful there. Be very mindful there. Yeah, that is kind of as is. Not a whole lot I'm too interested in just yet. So let's see what happens. In terms of the Asia, yeah, Asia high as well is here. We've already grabbed Asia low. Yeah, let's just let price action play out here. And then same thing, this is fairly counter context. The only thing favoring me here is that Asia low hasn't been grabbed. And we are quite close to grabbing extreme liquidity, so I will potentially entertain a scalp short here. Obviously the higher time frame is bearish, but we've also grabbed this liquidity as a matter of fact, so it's not too bad. Yeah, the fact that we have grabbed this makes me feel a little bit better. But yeah, obviously essentially it's just the daily that's bearish. Everything else is quite bullish, so we can expect to go higher, but that doesn't mean we can't get a very low time frame scalp here. And we have come down quite aggressively as well, as you can see. But we have respected demand, which is a sign of strength for now. Yeah, and we've also got demand. I'm not really liking this anymore. And if this matches any volume area low, yeah, definitely I would not be trading this. EQ and volume area low overlapping the demand. Big no-no. Big no-no. Yeah. Heavy demand this is then. Unless we can come down and mitigate it, I wouldn't be rushing. So let's let that play out. Euro USD is bullish. I've looked at this before, not a whole lot I'm too interested in. I just want to let price do its thing. Yeah, ideally we start coming up here, creating some nice sell side liquidity and making this our new range. Boom, boom, bang, bang, bang. We'll see if that does happen. I don't know, but I will have an alert set here just in case. USD JPY, not a whole lot going on. We're pretty bearish, but let's focus on this high time frame range. We've got our POI sorted. If we can start creating that return to zone at any point, then I'm happy to short this. I'll move this up a little bit. GBP JPY, quite bearish, not a whole lot to do here. GBP USD as well, there wasn't much to do. Yeah, our focus is on this higher time frame range. Euro GBP, we distributed here quite nicely. It's real nicely actually. This happened, I do remember this, it happened today, pre-London, I believe. Yeah, pre-London. Yeah, I was working when this happened, so I was not able to catch it, unfortunately. Clean model, very clean model, beautiful return to zone. AUD USD isn't doing a whole lot I'm too interested in. We have today's Asia high, I believe. No, yesterday's Asia high. We've already grabbed today's Asia high. But yeah, this is a fairly bullish model, so just expect us to go higher short term, but I think we are still bearish on the daily. Yes, okay. But yeah, we are pushing through this supply, so expect us to go higher, essentially. I do think we'll go higher, at least for now. I'm not really seeing any signs of a topping formation, if you will. Yes, we've distributed there, which was nice, but then we've come back up as well, so just be patient there. GBP and ZD. Still bullish, but just not a whole lot I'm too interested in doing at the moment for this price action. Yeah, really not a whole lot. Let's just leave this as is. AUD CHF. Oh, we're officially bullish now. There's the candle closure. Yeah, we're pretty much bullish on everything, even the daily, I believe. Yeah. I wouldn't be rushing to short just yet. Although we are kind of approaching supply. I will chart this up, but I'll be very careful. But yeah, there has been quite a bit of supply that has been created. So let's see what price does decide to do. The liquidity is nice. Like there's technically triple lows here, 1, 2, and 3. So I do see this as valid liquidity. We've also got a naked low right there. Yeah, let's see what happens. And there's our Asia low right here. We'll move this towards the top for now, but I do want to see price move quite a bit more beforehand. And then we have Euro NZD. Which is officially still bear. It's still bullish, sorry. Still bullish. 4-hour might be bullish now as well. Although 4-hour still bearish. Okay. So contextually speaking, nothing really has changed here. Not a whole lot. Tab 1, tab 2, tab 3. Maybe we get an extended 4th tab. I don't know, but I think we're kind of going to go lower. Yeah, let's just see what happens. This sort of just seems to be just a very temporary accumulation model that's occurred here. So let's see what happens. Given we are still bullish, I don't mind a potential accumulation here. Let's see. I do need price to really move back in. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. As I've said, fairly short and sweet. In terms of commodities, keep an eye out on gold for now. I don't think we're going to get a confirmation. Silver's just doing its thing. And then I think oil, we had some potential move. Not really. So yeah, oil, just watch out for it, for those levels to be hit. And yeah, USD CAD's probably our most likely potential move. So keep a close eye on that. And everything else is just still in the development stage. So with Euro NZD being also so far quite nice. So let's see what happens. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for listening, for viewing, subscribe if you've made it this far, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.